Hey, Midtown Church. This year, we've been encouraging everybody to develop 2 healthy spiritual habits to help you connect with God. I think about Isaiah 26:3 that says, "You keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on you." And during this time, we really need to keep our minds stayed on God, and he will, as he promises there, keep us in perfect peace. So we're putting together a series of videos of people sharing what their spiritual healthy habits look like and kind of how to do them to help encourage you to develop those habits, or to encourage you, if you're already working them, to continue doing so.
Hey, Midtown. So, with this whole quarantine and self-isolation situation, I'm sure a lot of you guys, if you're like me, are facing some trouble telling weekdays from weekends, mornings from afternoons. It's a really stressful time to be caught in one place and to be caught in a really monotonous routine. So one thing that's been helping me is working on my healthy habits, particularly daily office prayer. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of information about the history of daily office prayer, how I do it practically when I do it well, and also some ideas on how you guys can implement this to really double down on those healthy spiritual habits and also get a little bit more control over your day-to-day life during this kind of difficult time. So daily office prayer, for those of you guys who aren't familiar, is really an ancient practice, and it uses daily prayers to mark the times of the day. The Anglicans did this in a form of a daily morning prayer and a daily evening prayer. Many other religions also have a regular practice of daily prayer. The real idea of this practice is to regularly think about God and communicate with God at different times of the day. And it's a great way to break up the day and really kind of rewire your brain to be more grateful and to be more connected to Jesus. So the way that I currently do it, and full transparency, this does not go 100% as planned each day. But one of the main ways that I do this is I will work on a little bit of prayer and meditation in the morning. I use a few meditation apps, and I also use a church app called Church Home that has a guided daily morning prayer. From there, I'll typically try to take a quick break around lunch to either read a psalm or a section from Proverbs. And then me and Liz also say grace at night and just kind of speak more transparently with God from a more personal place. So for me, it takes a few different forms, but I wanted to give you guys a few practical ideas on how you do this. For one, you can go through Psalms or Proverbs. That's a great place to start. 2, you can just pray as you normally would, right? Ask for the desires you have in your heart, ask for wisdom from God, and speak to him directly and transparently. And also you can look to devotionals or other prayer books that you might have that have other guidance on what you should be doing. So those are a few ideas in terms of how you should pray. In terms of how you start forming this habit, the one thing I really want to communicate clearly is that the best habit of any kind, right, like a workout routine or something like daily office prayer, is the habit that you're going to consistently do. So don't feel obligated to read really difficult passages of the Bible 3 to 5 times every day if that's not something that you want to do. What I find helpful is just making sure that I have little cues, little triggers to remind me, oh, this is my time to do my daily office prayer. So just working it into my routine where I get up, make coffee, say my morning prayer, break for lunch, say my prayer then, and then right before eating dinner. That makes it easy for me to remember when to say those prayers. But even if it's just adding one more time of prayer to your day, maybe it's when the kids go down for a nap, maybe it's when you get back from going to the grocery store. There are a lot of ways to work this into your routine. And what I'm finding is really 2 things. One, it makes it a lot easier to break up these different times of the day and get some order in this time of life that's a little bit monotonous and also chaotic. But also it's just helping me and Liz feel more connected to God and more aware of his presence at different times of day. It's easy to lose sight of that even over the course of a day. And so the more that we can really just sit down, read through the word, and practice and communicate our gratitude for everything we have in this life, the happier we'll be and the better we'll be as disciples. So I hope this is helpful in terms of giving you some ideas on how to practice daily office prayer. And also feel free to reach out to me personally if you have any questions. I'm by no means an expert, but I've been working on this type of routine for a while. I hope that I can help in sharing any things that I've learned over that time. All right, Midtown, we'll be praying for you. Love you guys.